Today we're taking a look at Ohio versus Virginia match, which is happening on Saturday, March 20th, 2021 at 7:15 p.m., and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. The Ohio Bobcats are hoping for an upset as the number 14 seed as they get set to take on the 4th-seeded Virginia Cavaliers in the first round Saturday night at the Simon Skjodt Assembly Hall in Indianapolis. The Bobcats are coming off their 84-69 MAC championship game victory over Buffalo, while the Cavaliers were not able to play in the ACC tournament. The last game Virginia did play was on March 11th against Syracuse, in which they came away with a 72-69 victory. Congratulations to Ohio for winning the MAC championship, but now the real work begins. They have enjoyed the brunt of their success this season off the back of their tremendous offensive play. The team is averaging 80.4 points per game with an offense ranked 31st in KenPom's adjusted offensive efficiency rating. I can regurgitate those stats until I'm blue in the face, but Virginia isn't going to be impressed. They have more televised defensive lockups than the Cops television series. However, the Bobcats can't afford to get shaky on the big stage. They need to be aggressive defensively and really take the game to Virginia. It'll be interesting to see if the miniature break impacts their ability to settle into a rhythm in any way. They can't allow themselves to get pulled into that same stuck-in-quicksand feeling Virginia puts on most, if not all, of their opponents. Ohio hasn't looked great defensively this season, but Virginia also isn't a team that puts up a lot of points. If the Cavaliers start knocking down shots, the Bobcats should probably go ahead and throw in the towel. A team with that sort of elite defense isn't one you want to see clicking on the offensive end of the floor. With the way Ohio has been playing as of late, one might expect Ohio to be the favorite coming into this match, considering they beat the 4th seed, the 2nd seed, and the top seed in the MAC tournament. With Virginia dealing with a positive COVID test and having to quarantine, Ohio is no stranger to nuisances of the pandemic either. They had a 21-day layoff due to the pandemic between February 2nd and February 23rd, and at one point had only played 4 games in 36 days, so Virginia won't be getting any sympathy from Ohio head coach Jeff Boals if they think there's going to be a drop-off in play. As Boals told the Augustus Free Press, "I want to tell people, you're talking to the wrong coach with Virginia having a drop-off, because I've seen it. We've lived it. And there was no drop-off." The 13-seed Ohio Bobcats come into the NCAA championship with an overall record of 16-7, while finishing conference play with a 9-5 record. Ohio earned the 5 seed in the MAC championship and was able to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament after defeating the Buffalo Bulls 84-69 this past Saturday in the MAC championship. Ohio was dominated Buffalo on both ends of the court and had no trouble securing the victory after going into halftime with a 41-21 lead. Ohio shot 50.0% from the field and 53.3% from beyond the arc, while Buffalo shot 34.4% from the field and 26.3% from beyond the arc. Ohio was out-rebounded by Buffalo by a 40-36 margin, however, won the turnover battle by a 14-12 margin in the victory. Leading the way for the Bobcats was Jason Preston, who had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals. Ohio enters this NCAA tournament first-round game at 21-9 overall. The Bobcats have won 3 straight games and beat Buffalo in the MAC tournament last weekend. As for Virginia, they're 18-6 this year. The Cavaliers had their tournament game canceled last Friday. Check back all season long for free college basketball picks at Sports Chat Place. Ohio was hanging around the .500 mark for most of the year amid several stops for cancellations and postponements. The good news is that the Bobcats have stayed consistent lately, however, and plowed through Kent State, Toledo, and Buffalo in the conference tourney. So here are my betting suggestions for that game. It always scares me when the public is all picking the same team to win outright as a multiple possession underdog in the first round of the NCAA tournament. However, I have been high on Ohio since early in the season and believe Preston is the most underrated player in the country. His leadership coupled with a balanced Ohio lineup makes them a dangerous team. Virginia is in a bad spot here, not having played in a while and not being able to arrive at the bubble until the day before its game. The Bobcats are capable of capitalizing. My first betting advice for you is to pick Ohio +7. This game has one of the biggest discrepancies between public and sharp bettors. For the Action Network app, Virginia is receiving 75% of the bets but only 2% of the money. The big bettors are on Ohio, driving the line down from the opening of UVA -10 to the current UVA -7. We are aligning with the sharps and backing Ohio against the unknown preparation of Virginia. It's still unclear whether or not the Cavaliers will have a full roster, and preparing for this Ohio offense is going to be quite a challenge. In a game the Bobcats could definitely win straight up, I'm taking the 7 points with Ohio. Defensively, Ohio is allowing their opponents to average 73.3 ppg on 44.4% shooting from the field. The Bobcats have a rebound margin of 1.3 and a turnover margin of 2.4. The 4-seed Virginia Cavaliers come into the NCAA championship with an overall record of 18-6 while finishing conference play with a 13-4 record. Virginia earned the top seed in the ACC championship and picked up 72-69 victory over the 8-seed Syracuse Orange in the quarterfinals. However, the Cavaliers had to drop out of the ACC championship prior to their second-round matchup against Georgia Tech due to a positive COVID-19 test within the program. In their game against Syracuse, Virginia trailed by a 39-36 margin at halftime. However, the Cavaliers' defense was solid in the second half and was able to hold on for the victory after taking a 67-61 lead with 2:09 left in regulation. Virginia shot 45.5% from the field and 31.4% from beyond the arc, while Syracuse shot 42.1% from the field and 36.4% from beyond the arc. Leading the way for the Cavaliers was Sam Hauser, who had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block. My second betting advice for you is to pick over 130.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.